bands,
Exactly.
for sure.
So that's what I was trying to do. After I got 30, it was hard to get up there that high. It got hard to get. Now I rap like this.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You know, a lot of us have pitched down. A lot of us have pitched down for sure. You know what I mean? Because the projection and the complicated style, it's tough.
Yeah.
Run it like that.
It takes energy, a lot of energy to get that tone up there. You know, so
For
when
sure.
you're young, you got all that energy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and to perform it
Oh,
every
yeah.
night.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
especially when the BPMs are past.
Come on,
102,
102, 103.
Yeah.
You got it. You know, say, yeah, man.
Like riding a fucking horse, you don't want to fall off.
But it comes out. It comes out when you at that moment. That right pitch is gonna come.
He's right.
Man, I got two of the most prolific producers, East Coast and West Coast, right here at this table. Psycho Leslie.
West Coast, West
What's in that cup?
Coast.
What's in your red cup?
I got some whiskey, J-Mo.
Is that what that Centauri that I'm seeing?
So you want some of this? You should.
You know, I know about it. I know about it.
I know you know about it.
You know, I gotta put them chicken wings in my stomach first, because if I do that, I'm gonna be blacking out. But I will partake in your marijuana.
Right on, man.
I had
Dr. Green Thumb.
I had a question, being that one of the first CDs that I ever bought was one of your greatest hits album. You know what I mean?
Oh, you young?
Yeah, I'm 35.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, you know, but I had an older brother that, you know, was bumping all the OGs and shit. So you was one of the CDs that he would bump, and then I ended up buying my own copy.
Thank you.
So that you produce so many legendary people, but I imagine you must have like a dream team album that you could probably assemble, because you have an ear to make some hits with, like, you know how you were saying you kind of Be Real to change his pitch. So you kind of have that ear for that. Like, is there a dream team album that you're like, man, if I could assemble the Avengers of this
That's
one
a good
album,
question.
who would it be?
Great question. Well, I'm not just saying it because he's here, but
Well,
Be Real. Let me just go big. Dog again, Snoop, Cube.
That's on fire.
Dr. Dre,
that's
Andre
nice.
Young, Romel,
Super group.
hold up, Nasir Jones.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Who else is just blowing me away right now? I throw some wild pitches in there. I like Future. I like what Future's doing. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker Dre got a voice.
For real. He does. It does cut through like a motherfucker.
A boy bad.
You don't even have to be saying shit. It just works.
And my man, the Clips. That boy bad too. That boy wrote fucking the McDonald's thing. Da, 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 da.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's his name? Look, it's he made his own character, right? That's him.
Yeah.
What's his name, y'all? Y'all gonna kill me for this? It's the weed too.
Isn't it?
Yeah, Pusha T.
T.
And what was his partner's name? Yeah, his partner is him. I heard like that because they say you never see him in the same place. So he wanted to sign a group. He wanted to be signed as a group, so he made himself his partner. Clips exist. I hope that's true. I mean, you know, just looking back over the hip hop archives and seeing what's real, what's fun, what's entertaining. But yeah, Pusha T, that nigga got spit.
Oh yeah.
Pusha T
He
got
got
bars.
My man got mad bars.
You know, just even if
And his voice cuts.
yeah, his voice is dope. See, that's the point that you said cut through. I mean, it's about sometimes not even rapping. Sometimes it's about just writing. Like, who's got the best pen or the best punchlines?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even going back to like, I look at it like this. Like, I like Sugar Free. Like how Sugar Free is now, right?
Yeah.
Sugar
It's,
free.
he makes it fun to do. I always try to make it easy and not scare the kids or the wives or women.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always try to make it safe, but it keep it funny. So I make the music just a little, you know, not so gangster and so, you know, menacing.
Yeah.
It makes him sound like a pimp menace.
Yeah.
And I think of like that as a producer.
Yeah.
You know, so
You know, I was telling, I asked Q, or I don't know if it was Q. I think it was Tash I asked because he was in here.
the lyrics. I seen that episode. Don't drink.
I was asking him, and I'll ask you, unless you could answer this too. When you're in the middle of one of your songs, if you're high enough, do you ever go into a different thought while you're doing the song?
I try to be a character. I try to be like an actor, like how you know John Travolta can play Vinnie Barbarino, but also play Vince from fucking Pulp Fiction. I want to do that, but because it's my voice, everybody think that's me. Like I tried to be the slime ball on Truth Hurts record. Like I'm not really looking the nasty nigga in the club, like too old to be in the club. Like another day in the night, like you know what I'm saying? Like where the hoes at? Ooh, man. But everybody think when the record comes out, I'm being a character on the song.
Yeah.
When the record comes out, it's like, oh, DJ Quik is a dirtball. He's in a club rubbing on bitches' booties and shit. You know, so that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
That's the double standard. I can't be characters.
Yeah.
We gotta hire people to come and do those voiceovers.
Yeah.
You know, it's whatever.
Yeah. I hear you. How about you, Les?
What was the question?
I was saying like when you're doing spitting a song.
You go into another character sometimes. Like
I mean, I think like you're saying. I think do I go into another mind state?
Yeah.
Spitting.
Yeah. Or like have a random thought come across your head while you're doing this
Definitely,
show.
definitely. I'm like that. I could be spitting and be thinking about.
Did I feed my dog?
I just left that bottle backstage. I shouldn't have done that shit. I'm thinking about the whiskey bottle or the champagne or whatever.
Because the reason I asked that, right, is because sometimes I'll get, I've said this, and it's probably a little redundant for these motherfuckers watching, but like there's a few times I've been so fucking high on stage, like we always do mostly, but sometimes sometimes higher than others, right? And we'll be in the middle of the song, and I'll be, you know, listening to myself do the song. You know, like that shit you don't normally do. You're just doing, you're not self-analyzing. Right. And I'm fucking self-analyzing in the moment. Like, what did I write here?
For real.
What am I saying to people?
Bro, do you ever feel like they know it too? Like, yeah, that was a weird line, or that was wild, that was some wild shit. Like, that's when you feel vulnerable. Like, right there's like, fuck, this shit is real.
I'm like,
it's like the camera comes in, like,
I start thinking, fuck,
out of body experience.
I start thinking this is really aggressive. Damn, you know, what am I saying to some of these young folks, right?
I thought it was just me. I start rapping the clean version sometimes. Like, it's awkward doing Sweet Black Pussy in this audience. And I'm like, now I'm a granddad too.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about.
It's like, it's so hard to rap that record and mean it. Now I be knocking bitches like it ain't shit. Cause I'm playing motherfuckers, maybe it's cause my hair's longer than theirs. Like, it's like, I hope my granddaughter don't see this shit.
Then you got a bunch of girls in the crowd.
Oh my God.
You like spitting this
bro. Yeah, it hit different with gray in your beard.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when there's teens out there like, oh, fuck.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes they don't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but still.
You gotta give them the record, I guess.
Yeah,
like, maybe I would have thought about that before I released that.
None of us do. That's why we think about it. You know what I'm saying? We are who we are in that moment, and we're very raw, and that's why motherfuckers fucked with it. But like sometimes, you know, because I think the Beastie Boys went through this, man. I think like when they got into their Buddhist phase and shit. Well, it wasn't a phase when they became Buddhist, right?
Their religion. Yeah.
They started sort of changing the way they did songs on stage.
I saw it too.
Yeah.
We did a couple of hits with them. You used to be out there with them.
Yeah.
I did like one or two shows,
yeah.
and it wasn't the License to Ill Beastie Boys or Paul's Boutique Beastie
It
Boys.
was a different Beastie Boys.
They were cleaning it up, and it was like we liked it that wild as, you know, No Sleep to Brooklyn, like through the wall, you know.
Yeah, the craziness,
like Eminem said.
By the time we got with them, like, which was on the Check Your Head tour,
yeah,
they were more on the, we're just gonna be musicians in a band and we're gonna pro-rate this. I mean, make this shit pro all the way through. All the craziness that they used to do and the way they used to party, that was done. But, you know, like we didn't party with them like that. We might have smoked a couple of joints here or there, but they weren't wilding out at this point. But they sounded amazing, like the fucking Beastie Boys. You know, they were clear. They were changing lyrics that, you know, they felt at that time didn't age well, and they stopped doing some of those songs altogether, and some of them they just changed lyrics on them so that they could live with it. Because, you know, as Buddhists, they were doing what we were doing and self-analyzing. Like, I don't know if this is what I want to be saying right now at this age and shit.
But you know what?
You know who else did it? Prince went through the same thing.
Prince went through the same thing.
Yeah.
I could.
Irresistible bitch. You know, he didn't want to perform that. He didn't want to perform head. He didn't want to do.
That was
None
such
of that shit.
a dope fucking song.
He didn't want to do none of it.
Yeah.
So it took him a while. And then before he left us, he started performing songs again. Dance music, sex romance. He was having fun.
Yeah.
Started doing his old shit, Bambi.
But then, you know, that kind of
She's always in my hair.
that kind of fucks with my head because he wouldn't do Irresistible Bitch, but he was over here doing Pussy Control.
Well, in this world,
You know that song.
But-
Ah, Pussy Control.
Hey, well, he did say we can fuck and make baby, we can fuck until the dawn, make it love till cherries gone.
Yeah. I mean, he was controversial, but like, you know,
Hey, we that's what the Beastie Boys. I don't want to get too far away from the subject, but that's what the Beastie Boys did.
Yeah.
They just had that moment of awakening. You know, they're growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
So is it okay for hip hop to grow up?
It has to be okay.
Yeah.
Because every other genre gets to grow up. Why the fuck don't we get to grow up?
I mean,
Because we are fatalists.
what I was gonna
Think
say.
that it's over at 25 years old.
And
How many people in the hood
that's,
growing up?
that's called ageism. And it's, you know, we've been calling it
There's a
out
word,
lately
yeah.
because,
It's like racism.
yeah, because it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Look, anybody,
Ooh, I heard that.
anybody in the gold school
That's
is
what I call it, the gold school.
as sharp as they were back in that time, probably sharper now with more experience and more skill set,
Same voice.
right?
Yeah.
The problem is not with the talent and it's not with the age. It's about the people who run the game, which is
We know them.
the labels.
I'm gonna say his name. I want to say it so bad, but it's gonna be so controversial.
A lot of the labels and a lot of the platforms that
They manipulate these kids. I was
Right.
thinking about that on the way here.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, do this record. Like, get an inbox and go in the kitchen and do your record, and we're gonna put it out. We're gonna and do a lot of them. And just a little hint, just a little advice. Try to get killed along the way too, so we can make more profit.
you know what I mean? And it's like they try to push us out because we start saying too
Start
much.
being too smart.
We start being too smart. We're saying too much, and we're knowing the game too much, right? And the other side of it is that they don't know how to market us because their focus has always been to teens, and they figure, okay, how do we connect 50-year-olds that are dope as fuck to some of these 15 and 16-year-olds who they would, probably be their parents. And they don't know that. And they don't realize that because we're a young genre, 50 years,
Right.
that a lot of us grew up to this shit and we still buy it.
Yeah, I still support. I subscribe.
Right.
They say.
And all the fans that grew up in that time are right along with us still buy the fucking music, bro. They just don't know where to spend that money at to get
Guess where you go. This is how Prince had it. I hate to keep using him as an example, but he is the lighthouse. Prince did it the other way around. He didn't go to retail and try to focus on the little kids and the youth, because it's all youth. Rock and roll did the same thing. They want teeny boppers. They want teeny boppers.
Yep.
Instead of going through with his record and going out and promote it, he told them to fuck yourselves, close the gate. I'll put it out independent, and I'll go perform it on stage and sell it at point of purchase, where people are right there and they buy it. Because they're really
get the
fans.
album.
Like, I'm the record store too on stage as the artist, and I'm promoting myself.
Yeah,
And I don't have to give them a cut.
Yeah, because he was doing something like fucking.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How
He
am
was,
I making sense?
no, that was making sense. He killed it with that shit because what he was doing was selling the album with the ticket.
And the ticket. Yes.
And he was
got
sound
sound
scanning.
scanning.
Yeah.
So he showed that he that was an alternate way of doing it.
He had a hard sale.
He's a chess player.
Yeah. That was
He's a basketball player. He was out there whooping R. Kelly and shit.
yeah, for sure. He was out there
Eddie
like
Murphy brother.
yeah, he was showing off.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. He was pioneering a lot of these fucking things, man, and no one paid attention. They thought he was just being, difficult.
Being crazy. They
Yeah.
just call him crazy, like when you're
Yeah.
too smart.
But he was being smart.
He was being genius. Like
He was a genius.
he was making it happen. And he was teaching us too, like, if y'all like me, just listen to me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you how to do it. And he showed us all. Like,
Yes.
I got a chance to party with him, bro. I'm pretty excited about that.
I bet you did.
I know.
God
We
damn
actually
it.
either, Jack. I went
We had a chance.
Mount Olympus house.
We had a chance